would be crazy. But we'll see. There's so many people going on the ballot, so it's obviously very hard to get tickets, but we'll see. We will see. Anyway, guys, thanks for all the questions. I'll do not that anyone's really too interested in SuperCoach finals, but I'll do my team probably tomorrow night. Chuck that out there and let you know how we're looking. But otherwise, yeah, if you want to keep talking a bit of footy in that, we'll be live on YouTube, so feel free to pop over. We'll maybe be on for like 45 minutes, do the quiz, see how many questions we get, and go from there. But yeah, appreciate all the support. I'll chat to you guys later. Cheers. Good evening, YouTube. How are we? What's going on? Karen, how are you? What's going on, mate? Good to see you. Excited for some finals? It's getting pretty real now. It's getting pretty real. Just get that camera right. Sanger, what's going on, mate? Loose content as always. Hunter, Shorty, how did your audition for Sanger, if I see Watson hold that cup, I might find Yeah, I don't want to be seeing any Hawks celebrations at all, mate. Whether it's this weekend, next weekend, I don't want to see that either, mate. So we're aligned on that one, mate. Don't get me wrong. I'll be at the MCG Friday night being pretty damn nervous, but we'll be there. We will be there. Yeah, yeah, fair. He does polarize. He definitely does. Karen, I'm feeling happy with my efforts so far in your finals league. Hoping I can stay in contention. Yeah, whereabouts are you ranked at the moment? Yes, I'll have to have a look at the team. I haven't really finalised it yet either, so I'll have to have a look at my side coming up. Oh, third. Nice. Yeah, good stuff. Might be a chance to take it out, mate. So Watson from the Hawks and Wayne Cost from the Pies. Josh, Kerno wants to get to the Cats. Thoughts? Has he actually come out and said that? Right, okay. Yeah, I mean, I'd love it. It'd be really interesting as to where we'd play him because Shannon Neal is actually coming along really well, and we've still got Jezza. So I'd be looking to play him almost on a wing, like kind of like that Dan Curtin role, wing, float forward, but he can roam. Like, think Nick Rewalt, Matthew Richardson in their latter stages of their career. I could see them playing that type of role. I'd be very excited by that prospect for sure. Excuse me. And we'll see how we go tonight. Like, obviously, there's not as much to chat about. So feel free to, we'll talk a bit of finals footy, a bit of SuperCoach if you want, a bit of just random stuff. But we've got the quiz tonight as well. So, yeah, we'll just see how we're going. It's always hard to judge the lives at this time of year, but I always like to get on and just see what's going on and see who's up for a bit of a chat. Hunter, sure, do you think Gold Coast are going to go all in? Kerno, Petrarca, and give Humphrey, Flanders, etc. picks the boot. I think they probably will try and go all in. I haven't heard Petrarca linked there. I don't know if he's interested in moving north, but I definitely think Kerno's a big chance to do that. This is where it's tough because they love Bailey Humphrey. I don't think they want to get rid of him, but you got to give something, don't you? Flanders probably would have been worth a hell of a lot more this time last year. Didn't have the greatest year, but he also wasn't really played in his right spot. So, yeah, I reckon they'll really try and go for it. And it's tough because they'll probably look at their list and be like, we've got King, We've got Walter and Reed. So they might feel like, do we back in these guys that we've had for years on our list and on our radar? Do we back them in? Or do we just, because if you get Curnow, one of those guys is probably going to leave, So it is going to be interesting to see where they prioritize that. Yeah, who have we got in our SuperCoach side at the moment? I haven't even changed it yet. Better get onto that. I feel like Zorko probably picks himself. Who else have we got? Wouldn't mind Tom Stewart as well. In terms of the rucks, I reckon Lloyd Meek's probably the guy. In the mids, I just feel like Bailey Smith is set for a big day. And I also think Paddy is set for a big day. Let's get Dangerfield. So in the mids, let's go Smith. Then it might even be Tommy Stewart, and that'll round out me Cats. I'll be locked and loaded on the Cats, so we're going to have to fill out that midfield in a second. Hunter Manor is on a minimum contract. Other clubs offering big. Will the Cats give him a pay rise or just say too bad contract in the contract? Look, I reckon they'll give him a little bit extra. Geelong aren't really one to fluff the tyres up too much. They don't pay huge, but look, hopefully a little bit of an increase would suffice and he'd be happy because, hey, we gave him the chance. He was just playing VFL footy for years. So hopefully he feels like a bit of, respect for the Cats and the chance they gave him. But I think they'd probably able to renegotiate a little bit, but Geelong don't pay too much. Karen Holmes or Dempsey this week. I can't fit them all in. Oh, I'd definitely go Holmes. I feel like Dempsey, he can have his days and he had a ripper final, but head-to-head, absolutely go Holmes for sure. Harry, g'day, Shorts. Personally, I rate Shannon Neal really high and wouldn't want Curnow as a Cats man. Yeah, I'm right there with you. I think Neal is a different type of player to Curnow, and I reckon he's a gun. So I'm with you. I want to keep Neal. I don't want him getting pushed out. But I could definitely see, like, how old are they? How old are we talking? You've got Curnow's 28 and Jeremy Cameron to be like 31 or something, would he? Jez is 32. So maybe there's a little bit of it where Curnow could take Jez's role in a couple of years. But I also feel like, hey, if Curnow wants to move, bang, get him in. Neal, Cameron, Key Ford, or maybe Cameron could play higher up the ground. And honestly, I don't know if you're in the chat before, but Curnow could definitely play like a wing role, like a Nick Rewalt, Matty Richardson style of role. He could definitely play that. Widescreen TV, glad the Cats game is at the MCG and not the AFLX game on the AFLX game. Look, mate, it's going to be a huge crowd. Huge crowd. Hey, Luke, what's going on, mate? How excited and nervous are you for Friday night? Got level 1 seats, which is elite. That's awesome, mate. Yeah. Yeah, feeling good. I feel pretty confident, but yeah, nervous for sure. I mean, there's just so much on the line, clearly. But any prelim, there's a lot on the line. But I feel like against Hawthorn more than ever, So I want to shut up those Hawks fans. They've been chirping all week. Come on, Shorty. The bloke barely has enough whoring around money at the minimum. Lauren, guess who's back? I rewatched your live of last week. No wonder I was sick at work Thursday. Yeah, it was a pretty hectic live last week. It really was, mate. Luke, also an exclusive. If Geelong win Friday night, they will be the home team. So it will be Geelong versus Collingwood v Brisbane. Yeah, I feel like it won't mean too much if we're playing Collingwood. I think they'll be feeling pretty home. Where are you sitting on Friday night? Yeah, forward pocket. It's level 1. It's M30 something, I think. I can't remember. But it's definitely, sort of forward pocket level 1 vibes. Who else are we going to put in this midfield? Will Ashcroft doing some good things. Nick Dacos will play. We'll get Nick. And I feel like DeGoey could be a decent pick in the forward line, potentially. In the mid, I mean, you got McCluggage. Look, I just can't pick Newcomb. I'm sorry. I'm just not picking him. He's going to get destroyed by our Cats taggers. I think I'm going to have to go. Probably put McCluggage in there. And then, I'm going to have to really think on the flex. It might have to be maybe Josh Dunkley. Or maybe I go, I've already got Zorko down there. I was thinking, do I go Holmes and take Stewart out? I'm going to have to do a bit of thinking on that. Lauren, my spelling said enough. Back on the missile account. Nah, it's all good. No worries at all. Good to see you. Luke, also, you're doing the quiz tonight, or are you going to wait for the quiz night next week? No, I'll do the quiz night tonight. We'll see how we're going for the quiz next week. I'm doing a bit of Brownlow multi sort of research, so that's kind of taking up a bit of my time as well. But we will have that overall quiz night, but we'll also have a little quiz tonight. Hawksy, hello, Shorty. What's up? Debatably, Big Rig. Zach Merritt may need an escort to and from the ground in round 1. I know, mate. And is he going to get to the Brownlow or what? I don't know if he's even going to attend. He's got the best and fairest night, so it's going to get awkward. It's going to get awkward. Cameron, and Gunston Ford. I'd be wary on Gunston. I mean, I just feel like Geelong are going to really clamp him, to be honest. But again, I am probably being slightly biased. Lukey, calling it now. It will be the single digits final margin. Yeah, history would definitely agree with you there. My heart rate is going to be insane if that is the case. Lauren on the forward pocket 2 in Jack Dyer room or something like that. Oh, nice. Sounds pretty handy, mate. Yeah, it'll be packed. It'll be pumping. It'll be raw. And you just know they're going to play a good game. It'll be crazy. Yeah, I feel like the Pies don't have too much to offer through the mid aside from Dacos. McCluggage definitely in good form. I feel like Dunkley's such a reliable choice. It's like, do I go someone slightly different? Dylan Moore's not the worst choice. Look, I think we're going to have to go Josh Dunkley, I reckon. Who are we going to go captain style? You know what? I'm going to back in. Put the VC on Smith. Do I captain Nick Dacos? Will he cop the tag? He might. Sitting M55 on Friday night. Nice, mate. Nice. Well, we won't be... we'll be about what? We actually will be a bit away. Probably 20-odd bays. So that's a little bit, but Barricade, mate. Barricade. Josh, I had 2 tickets on my screen for the Brisbane game for MCC, but Ticket Tech said, nope, incorrect password. Now I had to reset my part. No way. Honestly, like Ticket Tech is a nightmare. Like we've had so many shockers. Like it just crashes, it logs you out. Surely there's a better way to do it because it's so frustrating when that stuff happens. Karen, maybe the wizard, then no one can catch him. Yeah. Look, we probably don't have enough small defenders to cover them all. So we're going to rely a lot on our pressure up the ground, no doubt about that, to stop that those small forwards running a mark. Lauren, like I said last week, Misso Uncle is a big sponsor. Oh, yeah, that's right. You did say that. That's good as. I captained Dunkley last week. That worked out all right. Dawson, not as much, but Dunkley was pretty solid, wasn't he? Tackles like crazy. Hawksy, I have seats, but no idea where I'm sitting. A mate got them sitting with 3 Cats fans. I do. Do I get a Hawks scarf and heckle them, mate? You gotta get around the boys, mate. I mean, that could be a tough car ride home with the crew. Karen, no pies in my team. I expect them to get spanked. Wow. There you go. Look, I do feel like Brisbane will win. It'd be interesting to see, like, are Brisbane just, are they running flat? You know, they've been up for a long time. Injuries are starting to catch up. They've had to go the long way around. Does it catch up with them? Or all the Pies the real deal? They got up very spirited game over the Crows, but their performance over the longer term hasn't been that great. So it'll be very interesting to see. I do think Brisbane will win, but spanked, it's a big call. Bazookia, rookie, error, not checking the password, logging beforehand. Well, it sounds like he did change it, but the system's a lot better than it used to be. Still could be better. Managed to get MCC visitors. Oh, nice. Good stuff, mate. So you're going both. Wow, that's exciting, bro. Yeah, good evening, Shorty Supercoach. How you going? How have you been on this gloomy, drab day? Okay, now on to the serious thing. In my opinion, Atkins tags Newcomb, Mullen tags Wizard, and O'Connor to Moore or Ginnivan. Make it happen. Yeah, I've been all right. I hope you've been well. I don't think they'll get Atkins to tag. I know he seems like probably the most like for like on Newcomb, but Atkins can play sort of a defensive style role, but still win his own ball. So it wouldn't surprise me if he was that defensive mid without being a hard tag. I think they'll play a hard tag on Newcomb, and I think it'll be one of Mullen or O'Connor. I'm leaning towards Mullen. I don't really like having Mullen in the back line. I don't think I know he started his career there, but I think he's a much better mid defensively. And yeah, I tend to agree. I think O'Connor will probably go to one of those guys. Maybe I'd put him to Watson, the form that he's been in, and then sort of go from there. So Humphreys will probably do a role on maybe someone like Moore, I think. And we can't underestimate McDonald as well. He's a very dangerous player too. Oh, yeah, we answered that one. Hopefully I see you Friday night, only 25 days away. That's it, mate. Look, you very may well. Might be strolling around for a jam donut at halftime, and I might see you, mate. Hopefully we're in good spirits. Lauren, Brisbane team, too many injuries. And there is a tipping point with those things. I guess we're about to find out, aren't we? Pies will run and gun. Brisbane won't keep up. Look, I hope so. I would prefer Collingwood to win. They need to back in their midfield. The only worry is the small forwards. Atkins can do the job. Keep Mullen for Wiz or Ginnivan, smash them in the midfield. Yeah, we probably do have a slight edge in the middle. And if we can shut down Newcomb, it gives us a big edge. But they'll be doing all they can to lock out Holmes and Smith as well, I'm sure. I don't like having hard tag on Newcomb. We have much better midfield. Get danger into the centre bounces. Yeah, look, I think we've been able to cope with a lockdown tagger and still have our system work. So I think if you can lock down Newcomb, and he's been pretty susceptible to a tag. He has been in good form, but previously he has been able to be shut down. You know how some players, like, you tag him and they still end up with 25. He can really be minimised. So I would like to see them tag him, particularly because they don't have much else. It puts a lot of pressure on Ward and Warple and makes them change a few things up. But I definitely agree with you on the danger field. Get him into first bounce. Get him into the game. Let him throw his body around and then drift him forward if you need. Bazookia, I think it will be Mullen also. Yeah, interesting. Mullen to Newcomb, I reckon. So there's a couple on that train of thought. Josh, so I've decided to watch the game at a mate's house and then meet up with some mates who got tickets for the Pies game. I love it, mate. Yeah, this is the weekend. There's nothing better than prelim final weekend. It's big crowds, genuine supporter crowds. You know, there's not that corporate sort of stuff. It's pretty damn good. I'm going to put in a bit of a poll. All right, we'll chuck that in there. Harry, I would tag Newcomb with O'Connor because I don't think Mullen has a big enough body. Yeah, I've heard that talk as well. The only thing I'd say to that is he has done the job on Lockie Neal. Like, he has tagged Lockie Neal. He has tagged Zach Butters. Like, Newcomb's tough and in and under, but he's not a big body like a Dawson or a Bontempelli. So I'll back him in, but it is food for thought. Mullen doesn't quite have the same aggression as an Atkins, and O'Connor's a bit more of a solid body. But Lauren Watson tagged a shitty small forward. Well, yeah, the term probably isn't tagged, but in terms of who goes to him, I think you got to pay a fair bit of attention to him. I mean, he's had some big finals recently, so unfortunately, I think he has to be respected. Leave Mullen for Guinea. Okay, yeah, fair play. Ginnivan has a hammy, was hampered against Crows. Yeah, and I think Gunston had a little bit of a tight hammy as well. What's going on, Zach? How are you, mate? Luke might also go to Pies v Lions on Saturday night, but not sure yet. My mate has 6 tickets. Wow. How did he manage 6 tickets and no one's got them accounted for? Remember 2022 prelim, I want a very similar tag to what they did to Neil. Yeah, who even went? I can't remember who went to him that night. You'll have to let me know. Hunter Shorty is the king of broken promises. No goal kicking comp in Melbourne and no rookie coach. Only time he delivers in the back of the territory. Yes, look, mate, I know. I stand by that both of those things will still happen. I know you probably don't believe me, but look, the Melbourne one's probably a summer project, and the rookie coach, it's probably a pre-season job. Look, I did reach out to him. We did chat, but life's busy, mate. It just didn't align. It's busy times. Luke, sort of big call. Whoever goes to Newcomb could decide the game. Yeah, I think that's pretty reasonable. I think it'll go a long way to deciding it because, as we saw, he changed the game on the weekend. So I think he has to be paid some pretty close attention. Karen, Pies will wobble Brisbane. Younger players will get it done. Oh, Pies will wobble. Yeah, fair. I'm just hoping I'm watching that game stress-free after a Cats win. Oh, Zach's back again. What's happening, mate? Harry Newcomb is a different build to Butters and Neal. He can just run through anyone, even Ruckman. True. I mean, look, I think Butters has the attack on the ball as good as anyone, but I definitely see your point. And look, it can change. You know, maybe they start with one of those guys. If it's not working, they might flip it over. So we'll have to wait and see, but it's an important matchup. Yo, Daniel. Oh, hey, Peyton, what's going on? How are you? Luke, no idea. Haha, he got it in the general public sales as well. He's well played. Well played there, bro. Hardly working, mate. We are working hard every day, mate. I'm at work till 7 o'clock tomorrow. Goodness. Yeah, we can only combat a bulldozer Newcomb with another bulldozer Atkins. Fair play. Yeah, look, I see where you're coming from. I don't think they will do it with Atkins, but time will tell. Most people saying Mullen. I just think the Atkins thing would be a big change to what we've done all season. Like, he plays defensively, a bit like how Josh Dunkley, he tags, but he also wins his own footy, where Mullen's like he sacrifices his whole game. You know, and if you look at Atkins, like, this is a guy that's averaging, what's he averaging? 5 clearances a game. So you don't want to take away that part of his game. And he tackles anyway. So I feel like he'll play pretty close checking to him regardless around the grounds. But yeah, I think a dedicated guy is key. Peyton, toasty tomorrow. I didn't make the train this morning because Mum Well, it's late and tomorrow last day, so please. Oh, mate, I'm sorry. We can't. We can only do a breakfast club. I'm sorry, mate. It's just what I've been told. You know, I love to make you guys a toasty, but they're just new sort of rules in place. But I can get you some popcorn if you like. We can get you some popcorn. Apparently, I'm getting taped to a wall tomorrow. I don't know, some donation charity thing at school tomorrow. Apparently, people are taping me to a wall. I don't know. Hawksy, is there a way that none of the 4 teams can win? Yeah, it's a bit like that, isn't it? Like the 4 big powerhouses. I think there'll be a lot of people really hoping that none of these guys get it done. And I might work that into a bit of a poll as well. Who do you least want to win the flag? So not who you think, but who could you just not stand to win? Chuck that in there. Who we got here? Hunter. Hey, Shorty, you been watching any tasties in the back of the... Oh, Jesus Christ. Harry O'Daniel, thoughts on the Cats small forwards? I reckon that the non-defensive, arrogant running backs from the Hawks will let Myers, Manor, Stengel, and Close decide the game. Yeah, I don't mind that. I think it'll be touch and go because I feel like Geelong are most susceptible to ball movement off the half back line. So I think Amon and Impey will need to take the game on to win, but that might, if they don't execute, that might really set them up going the other way. So, yeah, I think that's a reasonable call. There'll be some lockdown options like a Hardwick or maybe a Scrimshaw, but of those guys, Sean Manor is the one for me. I think he's finals ready. Yeah, why can't they do the same as what Dunkley did to Rao? Just put Atkins and Newcomb head to head. Yeah, look, I'm not absolutely against it. Don't get me wrong. I just don't think that's the way they'll go. But he is a beast, isn't he? He's an absolute beast. I respect the hustle. Thanks, mate. Oh, mate. Look, mate, I wish I could, but Daniel gets in trouble if he doesn't follow the rules. And I need a job. So last day of term 4, your car is going to get egged. Wow. I am screenshotting this. This is a threat, and I will take you to court. And then I'm going to put bandies on the wounds. Oh, my goodness. Look, you're going to get to the ground early Friday night. It'll probably depend when Tyson finishes work. We'll try and get there as early as we can. I mean, leaving at probably 4 or 4:30 would be ideal. I finish work a bit early on Friday, so I'll try, but see when the others are finishing. What about you? And if the Cats win, when do you find out if you've won the ballot and got grand final tickets? I think it's on the Monday or Tuesday, I reckon. Hawksy, this is the hardest poll of my life. Yeah. It's tough. It is some tough choices. No one likes Collingwood, surely. Collingwood. Where are we? Oh, he's talking to Harry. Nice. I had Impey last week. Oh, geez, yeah. He did not find it much at all, which is a surprise. Sean Manners from my town. There you go. Yeah, he likes a goal, Shawnee. He does like a goal. How are we going on the poll? Wow, still Collingwood. So people not too concerned about Brisbane, but they do not want the Pies to win. There you go. Hawksy, Peyton, please don't space. Having a chat over there. Hawksy, what would your teacher say? Let's just be mindful that they. I don't know any your age, Hawksy, but let's just be mindful of all that. Peyton, Daniel, I bought you Milo, so you owe me a toasty. No one cares about what anyone does on the last day. No, I do appreciate the Milo. I actually had some the other day, so thank you. But mate, I'm sorry. We're even getting told that we got to tell you to take the hoodie off at Brekkie Club. So, sometimes these things come in and just got to follow the process, Yeah, Daniel, who's winning the Brownlow? Give you top 5 and top 20 Smoky. All right. So I think Nick Dacos is the obvious one. I think Bailey Smith will be right up there. Jordan Dawson is up there. I think Dacos will win. Bailey Smith second. We'll give Dawson third. Who else? Who else is sort of up there? I feel like Sarong could be there and abouts. Trying to think of who else is kind of floating in the mix. I'll go Caleb Sarong for a top 5 finish. Just looking through some of the clubs. Oh, Noah Anderson. I think he'll poll really well. I think he'll be right up there. That probably rounds out my top 5, I reckon. Would you count Tom Green? Wouldn't be a smoky for top 20, would he? That wouldn't be a smoky. Yeah, top 20 smoky is tricky. I wonder if I wonder if even someone like Harry Sheasel had a sneaky better season than we think and can catch the eye. But yeah, I'd have to have a bit more of a look around the Smokies, mate. What do you reckon? Peyton Hawks, my teachers don't give a shit. They all piss me off. Bazooka, I'm planning to fire the office keg up at about 3 p.m. Jump on the train 4:30, post up in the long room by 5:15. Not a bad plan, mate. Sounds like you're absolutely set, my guy. Zach, I missed the 2023 Daniel where you would make toasties for everyone. I know. Different times, hey? Different times back then, but that's all right. We sometimes we just gotta roll with what's being said. It's a bit tough, but Lauren, ballots happen on a Monday, but you need to have already registered. Yeah. So we registered the other week, and we'll find out the Monday by the sounds of it. Luke, we'll try to get up there early, getting on the train, which will be absolutely packed. Yeah, that will be packed for sure, mate. Harry, Daniel, hot or cold Milo, because this could decide whether I like you or not. It's cold for me, mate. I will dabble in a hot Milo, but 95% of the time, we're going cold Milo. Luke, is there a tie in the Brownlow this year? Short dog. Look, it's every chance. I mean, I think it's going to be hard to split, particularly, I think, Smith, Dawson, and Dacos. So it's every chance. Absolutely. Lauren, I think Sarong had a slow start to the year. Yeah, fair call. Look, I think he fired up, and he's a bit of a 3-voter. So I think he could get some 3-vote games. And I wonder how, will the umpires be all over someone like Hugh McCluggage early enough, because he had a really good season as well. Bazooka Holmes will outvote Smith in the Brownlow. Jeez, look, both had great years. I'd be going Smith, but they both had good seasons. Boy, oh boy, guess who put Sheasel for top 20 last year? He got absolutely robbed of 3 votes against Carlton last year. Yeah, really? Okay. Jeez, I didn't know that. So hopefully he can get on the radar and actually get noticed this time. Hunter Shorty, if Liv was... Jesus Christ. Harry, Jeremy Cameron smoking for top 10. He would have polled 3 votes. Yeah, look, that's a fair call, because he would have had, some big 3-vote games, like you said. And I wonder, even Max Gawn would have had some huge games. Could he poll a serious amount of 3s? Hawksy, Shorty, huge news. Jerry just left Ben and Jerry's thoughts. What? How do you find out this info? Tell me more. Daniel, you just lost a client. What did I do, mate? I'm sorry. What did I do? Rebecca read the poll wrong and was meant to choose Collingwood. No, that's all right. What is the poll going on? So even with that, Pies are clearly the one that people don't want to see. So there you go. Harry, Daniel, you chose right. Cold Mile is the only right option. Yeah, fair play. Plenty of teaspoons in there, mate. Get plenty going on. Lauren Brayshaw had a big start to the year, which gets a lot of attention for the rest of it, which could rob Sarong. Yeah, that's fair. I definitely think Sarong's second half of the year, he sort of took over. I think Brayshaw was consistent. But yeah, No, it's a fair point. They might share a bit. It'll be interesting to see. Luke, some of my mates put a multi on for Smith to win the Brownlow at the start of the year when he was in hot form. Wonder how that will go. Yeah, well, they'd be pretty happy. They'll be watching pretty closely Monday night. He doesn't know. That's all right, mate. Hawksy, Charlie Kerno to Geelong. Wowee, rich get richer. Wonder how Morris finance plans. Hey, look, sometimes you get a farm. Sometimes you get a Cotton On sponsorship. Like, these things happen, mate. These things happen. Who else could be a little smoky for the Brownlow? What do we got? Just having a look through. Like Finn Callahan hasn't been spoken about, but he could. The way he plays is so eye-catching. Wouldn't surprise me if Callahan polled very well. Port Adelaide had a few guys that missed quite a few games. Richmond aren't going to poll. St Kilda's pretty well founded with Wanganeen Millerer. Isaac Heaney's pretty eye-catching guy. Had some big games. Feel like his good games were good. Then he had some quieter ones, but that's fine in the Brownlow if he gets a few threes rolling. Will the umpires be all over Ed Richards straight away? Be interesting to see. Here's Smokies for top 20, thinking between Riley Hardiman, John T. Fall, Lewis Malikan, and Kate Chandler. Oh, that's good from you. Lauren, no one is talking about Anderson. Callahan missed 6 weeks. Yeah, I'm all for Anderson. And I know Callahan missed a bit, but look, 6 weeks. So I'm not saying he's going to win it, but in terms of like a smoky to poll well, he still had some huge games. Like if we go through. And I don't know if it was quite 6. It was definitely a few, but yeah, if you look like he polls round 0 for sure, and he puts himself on the map, which is crucial. And then he's had some big games, particularly like after he's come back from injury. Couple of good ones before, but then he comes back from injury. And he has 32, 28, 37, 20, a bit quieter. But yeah, look, it wouldn't surprise me if he polls really nicely, but yeah, it'd be interesting to see how he goes. Hawksy, anyone notice Noah Anderson wearing Cotton On in their Perth final? That went past me, mate. It went past me. How's Caitlin going? Caitlin's well, mate. Oh, why are you asking? You're very, very persistent about asking. Peyton, did you and Caitlin get any more noise complaints? Jesus, keep it PG. Goodness gracious me, Peyton. Luke Smith, Dacos, Anderson, Dawson. A 4-way tie. I wish, but there won't be a 4-way tie. But that will be the top 4. Yeah. No, I tend to agree, mate. There's always some surprises. Like it always be like, how could anything else happen? And then there'll be some smoky, like this comes out of nowhere and polls way better than we thought, like Horn Francis, that type of thing. Peyton, make sure to use Jesus Christ. I just said keep a PG. Hey, gee whiz. Look, one day there'll be a mini Daniel, and look out, mate. It'll be crazy. I feel like dad life would be crazy, man. Harry Anderson is my tip for the Brownlow. Don't mind that at all. I think that's a good call. Josh, top 20 smoky. Luke Jackson. There's a name I like. I rate that. Yeah, good call. If we trade for Warple, who would he come in for? Does he even make our best 22? Yeah, it's a good point. I don't know if he does straight away. He'd probably be on the periphery, I think. So yeah, he'd be a really good depth option, and at his best could absolutely come into the side. I mean, he's 26, and I feel like Tom Atkins must be 30 odd. He's only 29. Okay, but they're almost vying for the same role. So yeah, I'm not dying to get him, but he would be nice to have. Magpies, are you going to watch VFL Grand Final? No, I probably won't, but when's that one? I'm guessing that's some stage this weekend, is it? What's PG? A parental guidance, when you're watching a movie and you've got R18 plus, MA 15 plus, PG is just the one below, Oh, amusement. Nothing like joining into a Daniel live stream during my work break. I'm cause love it, mate. Good to see you, bro. How are you? Harry Warple is a top up, and Rowan Marshall is basically guaranteed to be at the Cats next year. Yeah, look, I'd love that. It'd be so good to have Marshall. I'm a big fan of him. Big fan. Sunday, nice. Oh well, look, I might give it a look. Actually, yeah, it probably depends how the Cats go. If we lose Friday night, I won't want to watch much footy. I think I'll probably crack it for a bit. Thoughts on Spencer Johnson's mustache? Is that the cricketer, or am I just like making that up? Where is he? I can't see him with the stash. You know, who am I looking up here? You might have to describe it for me. Yeah, Daniel, did you see Cardi's Brownlow stream? Don't want to spoil, but was a ripping count. No, tell me about it. What was he doing? Harry Shorty, I have inside info. My grandma's best friend's son is James Warple, and her family keeps saying he's homesick and misses Geelong. So I bet the Cats, we love a bit of a family connection with inside info. I like that, mate. Well, look, I think he'd be handy. But he would have to break into the side for sure. But quality player to have on the list nonetheless. Peyton Daniel, we can't have another mini Daniel taking all the Milo. That was classic when you gave him the Milo. That was very funny. I don't know what PG is. I don't got to listen to you. Yikes. Tough crowd. Hawksy, Daniel, thoughts on the Roblox drama? What Roblox drama, mate? I don't know what's going on in Roblox, mate. The cricketer. Yeah, okay. I'll have to tune in, mate. I have not seen the stash on him, so we'll have to tune in. We'll probably get the quiz going relatively soon as well, guys. I'm hanging out for a Milo / watching the footy shows. Daniel, are you a Clash Royale enthusiast? Nah, mate, unfortunately not, Harry. Only thing I'll reveal was the count went to the final round. No tie, should go watch it for yourself to see the winner. Thank you. I might have to have a look. Thanks for that. JGB, brother, when you dropping the Brownlow teams vid, been riding with you the last few years. I swear you've been that close a couple of times to a big one. Thank you, mate. No, I appreciate I've been like so far away, but so close. I've been a bit slow on the research. I started a few days back because I've been doing SuperCoach finals. I've kind of haven't had as much time to do it, but I will get that video out probably Sunday, I reckon. So yeah, stay tuned for that. But I appreciate that. I was like, yeah, I'll probably do it again. I was going to put the bets on, but I didn't know if I'd do a video. But yeah, mate, absolutely. Peyton, bye, Daniel. I'm going to go play Roblox. Make sure to get another dog. Jesus Christ. The Devil's Tango. Come on, Peyton. Gee whiz. All right, see you, mate. I'll probably see you tomorrow. Have fun playing Roblox. Hawksy, they will get. Oh, goodness, mate. This is just about the cue to do the quiz, I think, guys. It's getting a little crazy. Luke, Shorty, if Cats make granny, are you going to do a grand final week vlog like you did in 2022? Watched the 22 grand final week vlog back the other day and would love to see you do one this year. I've actually had a couple of people. It's funny when you do a video and you're like, it's just for your own benefit. No one really would care. But I've had a couple of people be like, I really loved the vlog. So maybe I will. Maybe I will, mate. It's a bit of fun. So yeah, let's commit to that. We'll do a bit of a vlog for sure. Where's this quiz? Chuck that over there. Yeah, we're looking at 4 players: Jamie or Henry, Malachi Champion, Will McCabe. What would you like, mate? I don't even know if this is a joke or what's happening. But that goes well beyond me, mate. Magpies, top 3 sports outside footy. Got to be cricket, soccer, then maybe NFL or tennis. Yeah, for me, it's definitely cricket and tennis. Like they're the ones that I've watched the most. I've been playing a bit of pickleball lately, mate. I've been getting around the pickleball, but I don't really watch too much other sport, if I'm honest. Like I do like watching the probably more international soccer if there's a big thing on, but yeah, I probably just absolutely indulge in the AFL and then cricket and tennis over the summer, mate. Harry, short stuff. Are you using lip balm to impress? Yes to the first bit. No to the second. Luke, was a good watch 2022 grand final blog. Going to be another good watch game this year if the Cats make it, of course. Absolutely, mate. It's funny, isn't it? Like you're sort of daring to dream at the moment. You sort of feel like anything's possible. Do a vlog, find out the ballot, how exciting, all this. Where if you lose, you're just so pissed off for ages, So it's black or white, isn't it? Hot or cold is sport. It's pretty crazy. Yo, Mini Man, do you rate Sam Consis? Mo, by the way, he scored 100 in Shield today. Did he? Nice. Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right. And I think I've got a lot of time for Consis. I know he's not the finished product, but I think he will be a good long-term option at the top of the order. Just has to iron out a few things. But you're right. Let's chuck that in there. Feel free to join if you like, guys. Just on Kahoot. Lauren Maxwell and Labashane both scored 100 today. There you go. I didn't realize Maxwell did too. Well, that's promising because I feel like our batting lineup is pretty concerning, but that's good to see. Love watching the 4th Division Grimsby Town equivalent to loving a Div 12 Resi game between Bentley East and South Brighton. Sounds like some real sort of Resi's areas, mate. But yeah, jump onto the quiz if you like. We'll see if we can get like 10 or so into the quiz and see how we go. Harry, Tiny Tim, did you catch Fireball this week? Kingy was on fire, yeah, and the song was top tier mainly because Kane shipped it off to the producer. I know he did nothing, did he? Oh, come on, Kane. We need you at least singing a few lyrics, mate. Oh, that was funny as. Yeah, Kane, he's got different areas he's good at. Leave the songs to Kingy, I reckon. Yeah, Connaughton is top tier. Yeah. Oh, the 5-year contract. Yeah. Who's doing that? And when Kane said it, I was like, mate, come on, Connaughton. Are you serious? Come on. Surely you've traveled past that. Surely you've run past it. Bentley represent. Let's go, Bazooka. Let's go, mate. Luke, what are your thoughts on Stephen King becoming Melbourne coach for next year, Shorty? And how will he go? Hope he goes well. Yeah, I mean, he probably has one of the better resumes and apprenticeships going on, doesn't he? Like he's been to a few footy clubs, done a lot of assistant work. So, yeah, I think you'll be all right. It's always so hard to tell, isn't it? There's been so many guys that you look at their qualifications and you're like, yeah, they'll be a great coach, but doesn't always transpire. But I think he's got some pretty good pedigree to be a good coach. All right, we got 5 into the quiz, so hopefully get a couple more, and we might start that in 5 or so, I reckon. Kane is about to do a walk and talk at Connaughton talking about the contracts. That's so good. Yeah, it's going to be great on Friday too. It's going to be great. They are entertaining, mate. They are entertaining. Dude, Roger Clemson died today. Look, I'm not going to lie, Hawksy. I don't know who that is. Aussie TV star. Yeah, shit. Okay. 93. That's a pretty good age. What was he famous for? I must admit, I don't know. Hey, Shorty, who do you think will win the VFL Player of the Season next year? Martians pointing the beam at me, only looking for one answer. Yours need a really good answer. Look, I am feeling like it could be you as well. just a sense I'm getting from my extreme amount of knowledge on the VFL. But I'm backing in yourself to take it out, mate. Josh, do you think Tassie still gets the stadium after what came out today? What did come out today? I have not caught up with much footy news. I do still think they will get the team up and it'll all work out, but it's obviously a little more complicated than that. What came out today, mate? Hawksy, I don't know. I'm looking at the news tab and repeating it. Yeah, fair. You might need to know the daily news, shorty. Mate, I try to avoid the news like anything. Just makes you depressed half the time. But all right, we have 8 in the quiz. Feel free to get us up over 10 if you can. He's a news presenter. There you go. Lukey's all over it. Yep, game pins on the screen now, Lauren, or if you want to scroll up, but 796116. Thanks, Lukey. Appreciate that, mate. Yeah, the merit situation. Look, it's pretty messy. It's got pretty ugly. Can't see him being at the Bombers next year for sure. So it's a bit sad to see it kind of pan out this way, I reckon. I mean, he's been such a good player for them and sort of like a loved figure, and it's just got really messy. It's like a bad breakup, but I can kind of see where he's coming from, though. Like, yeah, he signed on long term, but I feel like Essendon would have promised different things. They weren't meant to be going into a rebuild. You know, they were talking about competing, and I can see like the want to win a flag. I can get that. So yeah, it's just messy the way it's panned out. Google it. Yes, I will give it a Google. Harry Daniel the Destroyer. I heard that Div 9 ASFL in South Yarraville is offering 7-day contracts as their team is worse than pigs dinner. That's a quote. Mate, sign me up. Get me there. The merit situation is insane. Yeah, I can't recall a more like graphic kind of public separation. It's been wild. Yeah. Yeah, he definitely has to leave, doesn't he, mate? Married to the Cats on a Cotton On deal. Yeah, I would love him. I would love him, mate. All right, we got into the 10 contestants. Last chance if you want to jump into the quiz. But yeah, it's been crazy to see the amount of like publicity with all the merit stuff, and it's gonna get uglier. Like the trading and of course it's Hawthorn. You know, Essendon and Hawthorn hate each other. Jeez, crazy. Yeah, right. Okay, didn't realize that. Huge standoff. All right. Any final takers to the quiz? Feel free to jump in. Otherwise, I reckon we'll start. Cool. Good luck, guys. We'll get stuck into it. Question 1 coming your way. Adelaide went out in straight sets this final series. Who was the last team to do this? Giants, Port Adelaide, Hawthorn, or Brisbane? Pretty big finals theme this week, as you would imagine. Oh, no. Have you had one drop off already? Oh, no. They just got in. Yeah, it was the Giants. Last year, they lost to Brisbane, then Sydney, or Sydney to Brisbane. I can't remember what order it was, but yeah. Shorty's toe. There you go. Lukey Mack, Shorty's midget, Shay, and Cohen. Question 2. How many touches did Josh Ward have on the weekend? 28, 33, 31, or 27? Oh, gee whiz. We are getting tired. 31's correct. 6 of you got that right. Shorty's toe, Lukey Mac, Shorty's a midget, but Silly Duck and Ozjan worked their way into the top 5. Question 3. John Newcomb was dominant again on the weekend. How many clearances did he have in the first quarter? Much noted around his center clearance work, but how many clearances overall in that first quarter? 5, 7, 4, or 6? It was 6. 4 of you got that right, so a bit of movement potentially. Oh, the top 3 are on fire. Shorty's toe, Lukey Mac, the midget, Cohen, and Silly Ducks. So there's a bit of a leader pack forming already here. What number did Lockie Weller wear at the Dockers? Question 4. 22, 38, 14, or 9? Excuse me. Can they catch my toe? 6, you got that right. Oh, Lukey Mack is taking him over. Lukey Mack goes to number 1. Question 5. How many tackles did Josh Dunkley have against the Suns? Feel like this one's been well talked about. I think you'll all get it. 20, 18, 17, or 16. Oh, there was a bit of a split between 16 or 17 and 18. There you go. 18 tackles. Yeah, Lukey Mack, the midget, he pops up to second. Ozjan into 5th. Joyce Toe and Cohen also in the top 5. Question 6. Dunkley now has the most tackles in a singles finals match, beating which player's previous record? I think the previous record might have been, I think it was 16 that he broke it. So, yeah, who did used to hold that record? Who previously held it? Brett Kirk, Jack Redden, Jimmy Bartell, Lenny Hayes. It was Jimmy. And I reckon that was in the 2009 grand final. Lukey Mack, Shorty's a midget. Cohen, Ozjan, and Shorty's toe slipped to 5th. He needs a little fight back here, my toe. Question 7. A Coleman medalist for the Saints. Which club did Fraser Garrick start his career at? Carlton, West Coast, Western Bulldogs, or Sydney? Most of these questions a bit more recent, but that one might test you out. He did start at West Coast. Lukey's all over it. So's the midget. Shorty's toe. He's back. He's in the 3rd. Cohen. And then Not Lauren makes her first appearance in the top 5. How many games did the Cats win in a row after the Kennett curse was dubbed? So once that little Kennett curse came out, how many games in a row did the Cats win? 14, 9, 11, or 12? It was 11. Just the 2 getting that right. This is a crucial one to get. Wow, Shorty's toe got it. So he's back up to 2nd and within reach of Lukey Boy. Question 9. What year did the Cats and the Hawks last meet in a final? 2016, 2014, 2019, or 2018? It was 2016. Qualifying final from memory. Oh, it's close. The big O, he's into 5th. New face on the leaderboard. Jack Gunston has had a career best season, arguably, at least by goals, kicking 70 goals. How old is he? 35, 34, 33, 32. Pretty crazy that this age he's 33. He's had a career best goals season. Ozjan, he's the highest climber. He's up a few spots. Lukey Boy's on top, and it's a fair gap with Shorty's toe and Lukey Boy up the top. But Cohen, the big O's up to 4th. Shorty's a midget in 5th. So I feel like it's a 2-horse race with a couple of questions to go. How many games did Bailey Smith play for the Dogs? 81, 103, 112, or 85? Can Lukey hold on? Will Shorty's toe catch him? It was 103. So 5 got that right. Shorty's a midget. He's up to 3rd. He might be hard to catch here, Luke, but we'll see. What number was Hugh McCluggage drafted in the 2016 National Draft? What pick was Hugh taken at? He was pick 3. Nicely done. How do we end up? In third place, it's the Big O. Had a good finish there. In second, Shorty's toe. And Lukey, he barely put a foot wrong here. He's taken it out. Nicely done. He does know his way around a quiz, Lukey boy. He really does. Let's take a look at the rest of the results. So Shorty's a midget, then Cohen, Shorty F6, not Lauren, Shay, Ozjan, and Silly Duck. Nice. Connor and Josh Brisbane were also in there. Very good. Well done, Luke. Nicely done, mate. Oh, Galaxy Wolf has entered the chat. Hey, Shorty, I just bleached my hair for the first time. Would highly recommend. My scalp is burning. Shorty, tired when I've still got 3.5 hours left. The pain. Oh, mate. Also, Shorty, I think I found the love of my life. Here we go. This is what it's about. Been on 2 dates, and they've been amazing dates. She's also doing law, mate. I love this. What'd you do for your date, mate? What are we doing? Finally quitting my job in a few weeks. Wow. Some serious life updates from the Wolf. So sick of working with my ex. Yes, fair call, mate. She hasn't spoken a word to me in 2 months. So, geez, that is fucking awkward as. Oh, the Crocs cock. Have a look at him. Jeez, the crocodilian. What a loose unit. I forgot about him. Josh is here as well. Damn, he joined too late. That's all right, mate. No stress, mate. Next week. Been missing you lots. Have a good night, mate. You too, bro. Great to see you pop in. I saw the name when I was scrolling. I was like, we got to have a chat. Mate. Yeah, feel free to pop on anytime. Let me know if the third date comes along. Let me know how it goes, all right? Good stuff, guys. Look, I am going to wrap that up because I am super keen to watch some of these footy shows. Look, Croc, I miss you too, bro. It's great to see you. Nothing like the crocodilian just joining in, but yeah, I've got a bit of 360 to watch. It's all happening. But just as I look to wind it up, one of the absolute all-stars rolls in, and you can't leave when Carl pops into the chat. Catter's in it on behalf of the entire Great Brown Land. Must get the job done. Oisin Mullins straight to Newcomb. Let's see how that goes with that attention. Yeah, I'm right there with you. I think it'll be Mullen as well. I think it's crucial. Newcomb is pretty much one out in that midfield. The rest just sort of foot soldiers, like good players, but he's the star. If we can shut him down, that'll go a long way. Thank you, mate. Yeah, well done. That's a lot. That's a lot to take in. First date, we went to the museum. Her idea, I had no idea what was going on. I love it. See you, mate. You're a legend. Love you too, bro. I'll talk to you later. Yeah, mate. Hope so. Hopefully we got smiles on our face, mate, winning that Friday night clash. Who will win out of Brisbane Collingwood? I think Brisbane will win, mate. I do feel like it's hard to see either of these games not being close, but we'll see, mate. We'll see. I'm on board the Cats and I'm on board Brisbane, but I'd probably prefer to play Collingwood, which is a bit strange, but love it, Carl. Good stuff. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks again. Always a bit of fun, these late season streams, mate. So time to get stuck into a Milo, get stuck into AFL 360. It's nearly prelim final night, mate. I cannot wait. Good stuff, guys. Catch you later. Talk to you next week. We'll do it all again. Same time, same place, my friends. Catch you later. Have a good one.